Does science need God?
Interested in more stories about the Bible, saints, European history, and more? See thousands of videos from professors at renowned Catholic universities. Subscribe now at CatholicStream.com.
Okay, I'm a Jesuit and I'm an astronomer. You probably have no surprise that I can live a life of science and a life of religion because I do it all the time. But is it necessary for me to have religion to do God? One answer you may think I'm going to go with, but actually I really don't want to, is the idea that maybe you need God in order to do science in a moral way, to make moral choices about the science you do. I'm not saying that. You don't need God to stop you from doing terrible things like making atomic bombs or cloning Justin Bieber. Morality is essential to doing science, yeah. Science is not a big book of facts. Science is a conversation among a community of people who are talking about those facts. And like all human communities, you have to have some ways of interacting with each other so you can trust each other. You can't be telling each other lies. When I read your data, I have to believe that that's your best interpretation of what you saw in the lab. And the system of science depends on attributing fairly who did what work so that when I see a piece of work, I know how much to trust it or how to interpret it based on who did it, where did it come from, what were they worried about at the time. And so that if somebody does a good piece of work, we can give them the resources to do some more work in the future. Fine. And like any community, science is a community that works better if people don't lie, don't cheat, don't commit adultery. Unfortunately, I have known scientists who have violated those and all the other commandments. The interesting thing is, it doesn't invalidate the data they take. It's kind of like what they say about priests. The validity of the sacrament is not dependent on the worthiness of the person doing it. Anyway, my point is, the contention I'm having here is that's not why science needs God. There are plenty of atheists who live holy lives. I'm going to say instead that science requires God for reasons that hold true even if you don't think you believe in God. Now watch me.